Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if I late to upload, but shit happens. Anyway, lately I have seen across the internet that people have been making their siblings or friends or opposite the gender siblings or what have you into themselves. In this case, I'm going to be showing my sister, Miss Magic Makeup Sean.
Slash need to get back to uploading.
Yes, and not to mention get off your lazy ass and actually film a video. Anyways, I'm going to be turning her into me. So obviously, we have a few opposites going on right now. I'm naturally brown-eyed. She's actually baby blue-eyed. I am obviously, well, artificially, obviously, but I'm not naturally blonde. I am blonde.
She's blonde!
I'm going to have to lower these clips down because she's a foghorn and my camera picks her voice up better than does mine. Thanks. So I'm obviously blonde and
she's not a diss video, honey.
Anyway, so obviously she's brunette. Not necessarily
I'm naturally brunette. But obviously got a little bit of pepper going on.
Yeah, and obviously I've already got my face on. I get to get Sean's face on. We just need to fix up with some contacts first.
And a wig.
Yes. Go. Oh, yeah. We don't have straight up dark brown eyes like with mine. Mine are like chocolate poop colour. So we have hazel eyes.
We'll just go with chocolate because then it's less gross.
Anyway. Just gonna put some hazel eyes in her eyes because that's literally the closest we can get. It was a spur of the moment decision for me to do this video. Like a day or two ago I decided to film this video. It's not like I gave myself enough time to order some contacts. And that's true.
It would have been unnecessary anyways because the hazel eyes just make my eyes look brunette anyways. Brown, whatever.
Anyway, so let's shoot off to the bathroom so that Sean can pop in her eyeballs. Also, we are in similar outfits. I'm technically wearing a dress top which is very flat out at the bottom and Sean is wearing
basically a tunic.
Either way.
And I am wearing...
I technically bought this for myself, but unfortunately the size is a bit too small for me.
It's basically those kind of skivvies or like tops that you wear when you're going to the gym. It's lightweight, but kind of like when you go into the winter in gym. Going to the gym in winter.
Gosh, that's a white English.
And decided to get a bit busty.
Shut up, Sean. So let's go to the bathroom now. OG. Alright, so this video was originally 22 minutes in length, so I just decided to mute most of the clips and then just do a voiceover. So here we are. As you can see, I'm obviously putting some foundation on my sister's face, duh. I am using Maybelline Fit Me in Classic Ivory. It is technically a shade or two darker for her skin tone. My mum reckons, or our mum, reckons it's actually too light for me. But if you can see by my neck, it is not. So I'm obviously adding this all over her face, a nice smooth base, also down her neck. Then I am going in with NYX Jumbo Stick Contour and Cream Stick, or whatever. And under eyes first, basically the highlighted zones, and then going in with the contouring side of things, just to obviously bring the contouring parts of her face, because she has more of a naturally square shaped face than what I do, so I just ended up using the contouring side to bring her face in a bit more. And then I'm obviously using my same beauty sponge just to blend everything out. So at this point I was attempting to make the top of her nose look just a little bit wider, because she has a very naturally structured nose. In fact, she kind of has like a dragon shaped nose. Mine is so much more smooth and flat-ish and kind of long and pointy. So I was aiming to flatten it down with a highlighter shade and then just bring it inside a little bit more, because I do contour my nose, the way any average person would. So I was attempting to, pretty much reshape her nose. And now I am going in with Laura Mercier under her eyes, obviously to set the concealer, even though it's a highlighter. So going back in with the nose again, just to flatten the surface of it to the best that I could, because no matter what I did really, not only does the price blend in with the nose skin tone, but I don't know, it just wasn't highlighting as well as I would have liked it to. So now I am just hitting the rest of my sister's face with an XO Beauty powder brush and some Laura Mercier powder. And then I'm going in with brows. Obviously I don't have brows, I shave mine off, but I do draw mine on from complete scratch. So basically just following my sister's natural brow shape, but I am still structuring my brows the way I have it. I have mine relatively straight, but with just the slightest arch, just for something face framing. So basically I'm aiming to follow my sister's natural brow shape with the most hair parts, but the front of my brows is very solid, kind of like Kenny Johnson, and the rest of it tapers off into a very thin-ish tail. The best I can describe it down to is like Shannon XO's brow shape, but not as, high and arch, not as curved. Mine's a lot more almost straight, but just like I said, a slight bend. So I was just quickly using some concealer just to clean up a certain arch, and then just going back and making the front of it a little bit more bold. Now I am going through and priming her eyes with a matte paint pot. So matte primer paint pot, oh you know what I mean. Using my XO Beauty paddle brush to do this. And then of course I will be going in with the Laura Mercier setting powder again once I smooth out some creases, but then officially going in and setting the primer, ready for eyeshadows. So for my eyeshadow game, I went in with the Shen XO or BH Cosmetics Remix palette and taking Stalker onto the crease using a ABH Renaissance or Subculture palette. I can never tell which brush it is from, but I basically use the fluffy end for the crease. And when I do get round to it, I then take some of Beach Babe, which is one of the original shades but in the new palette, onto my ring finger and place this onto the eyelid. Everything that I'm putting on my sister's face is already on my face, so basically I just use my finger to get a nice, very pigmented base from the eyeshadow and just work it all over the eyelid. Also, whatever is left on my finger, I do take this under her lash line. Sometimes I do have to go back in with the product, however, but most of the time I have enough on my finger left over. So now going in with Holy Grail on the smaller end of the same brush, and I'm basically highlighting her brow bone. And then I will be using some of Holy Grail, which is the middle shade that I'm taking down into her inner corner. So she wanted to curl her own lashes, which is totally fair enough, I don't blame her. But once she was done with curling her lashes, we then went in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Curler Mascara, which has pretty much taken a lot of beauty gurus by storm. The trick that I'm doing here is actually something she told me that she saw Cara Delevingne's makeup artist doing, where she has her eyes closed but the artist lifted her eyelid up and just basically went in with lashes. So telling me to do that, I went in with that and it worked out well for covering the very tips of the lashes, but then she went in properly and just filled up the roots of it, because it is rather intimidating having something close to your eyes. So I figured I just do the tips and then she just takes care of the roots. Coming back again, however, I ended up filling in her lower lashes with the same mascara. Going in with Dolce K lip liner because I do prefer to overdraw my lips just a little bit, considering my top lip is pretty much non-existent. My sister also has a wider mouth in width, mine is a little bit smaller. In a matter of speaking, I do have a doll mouth, so basically just lining her lips up with Dolce K to begin with, but then I will be going in with Cool Girl from the Too Faced Melted Matte range. Well, first I was clearing up some of the line work with some concealer on my doing the paddle brush, but then going in with Cool Girl from Too Faced Melted Matte range to fill her lips in the rest of the way. She was not used to a pouty mouth. So like I said, my mouth is smaller than hers, even though ironically her face is smaller than mine. But anyway, so that's basically what I did. So getting back to her face now, I'm taking my Ace on Tour contouring palette and taking the middle shade, which has great undertones, so it's good for recreating shadow light work or whatever. I'm basically taking this onto the jawline, the cheekbones and the forehead. Okay, so now going in with the nose contour again. Basically my sister was haggling me for it, so basically we're just trying to recreate the tip of her nose, like the surface of the tip, just to make it more round because her natural nose tip shape is more diamond shaped. So going in also with some clarity just to smooth it out and make the nose set like I am pretty much describing my nose shape for you there in the clip. I don't have a very structured, very awesome looking nose, so basically trying to recreate my nose onto Sean's. Now we get onto highlights, and I'm taking Holy Grail on the paddle brush again as the first base. I go in 3 different highlighters when it comes to the cheekbones, but only use the one highlighter on the nose. So we finally got the nose contour right, as I was saying. Now let's work on highlighting, so I'm taking some of Island Glow, sorry. Taking some of Island Glow, it's the second one, and then some of Aurora from the XO Beauty Highlighters range onto the tip of my finger and dotting it onto her nose, because she already had enough powers, they weren't really showing off properly. So we'll just, good one. Whilst we're just waiting for the piercing balls to sterilise in methylated spirits, you can also use rubbing alcohol or whatever else they provide, but I just prefer to use metho. So now we're going in with spirits gum. Now whilst we're waiting for that to settle in, I'm going to take this NYX silver eye crayon pencil thingo. Because I have a septum, I don't quite have any piercings that can replicate a horseshoe shaped septum, so I'm just going to draw around 2 silver lines on my sister's nose. Okay, before Sean possibly becomes any more fussier. Rude. And now officially, more or less, the same. I'm just obviously a lot less Tinkerbell and smaller than me.
I should roll my eyes.
Anyway, so blonde wig check, makeup check, piercings, yes, check. And this is how my sister would look if she had her vertical lip done.
I mean, it ain't bad, Kinda suits me, huh? Is it just me, or do I look fairly older?
I don't know. Okay.
No, who's getting fussy, huh? That's fine the way it was.
Didn't mean to reveal the wig cut, but...
Great, now all the secrets revealed.
Everyone knows how to wear a wig. Everybody knows how to wear a wig. So yeah, this is officially my transforming my sister into me challenge-ish. Just been seeing a very fair... I don't look like that. A fair few videos of it going... A very fair few videos of it going around, so I figured I'll participate in the fun of it. Even though considering China is completely opposite to how I look naturally. But I reckon I did alright.
To mention if you can compare... Wow. Not to mention if you compared our personalities.
Sean's savage.
The difference is so real.
I have a very carefree care factor. I don't give it too much of a shit. Sean overanalyzes everything. Yes, you do.
Don't.
She gets cranky when it comes to reading a book and there's a character about to die in it. That's essentially.
If you loved a book too, you would. If you loved a character in such book, you would too.
What? Exactly. Anyway. So this is me transforming my little sis into me. Going from 17 to 25. While still a 17-year-old body.
That time jump though.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I shall see you all for my future videos.
Ciao!
Ciao!